Chasing history started with 260 left. 223 points to tie Cap, Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron is now speaking with Mike in the media.
Well, LeBron, I don't mean this literally to question your memory, but like a 25-point halftime deficit, you know, are you, as you go into the archives, are there a game or two that you think of and that had any commonalities between you guys being able to erase something that was that large like tonight?
I don't know. I think the first game that could come to my mind, I don't know how many points we were down, but we were in a playoff series back in Cleveland, my second stint playing against Indiana on the road. And we made a huge comeback in a postseason game to cap that game off. I don't know if it was game 3 or game 4, you know, in that series. But, you know, tonight was literally a tale of two halves. I mean, obviously we came out and played exceptionally well in the first quarter. Then they jumped on us and completely just, you know, knocked us down, you know. And thank God for the standing 8 count. You know, we was able to, you know, to stay in the bout and then, you know, turn the game around in the second half.
Darvin had mentioned the ball pressure from Dennis and from Pat in the perimeter. And in your case, it seemed like just able to keep getting to the rim. I think you were 9 of 10 in the paint at one point. A lot of that coming in the third. Was your mindset any more geared towards that, or was that just what was coming off the stops?
Well, I mean, when you're down, you try to play a little bit more desperate. You try to, you know, see, you know, how much you got left in the tank and try to, you know, push the envelope a little bit more. So, like you just said, it started with Dennis and Pat just getting up into, you know, Dame and Anthony, and you know, and then it's the back line's, you know, job to communicate through them because they get a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of flare screens, things of that nature. So, you know, Thomas, William, myself, and the rest of the guys, Troy, everybody that was out on the floor is just trying to communicate to those guys off pick and rolls or whatever the case may be, ISOs, and even when we got switches, we was able to, you know, just try to keep a, you know, a hand up on those guys because they're, you know, obviously Damon, we know how great he is, and Anthony is definitely a shining star in this league. So just try to make it tough on him, and in the second half we was able to do that.
LeBron, obviously, when you fall down 25 in the first half, guys are going to discuss what's going on in the halftime locker room. And Darvin said that he felt like his message was like, we don't want to keep watching the same movie. How did you guys as a group not just have it be talk tonight and you know, actually go out and do the things that you were discussing?
I mean, I guess there's one or two ways. You can either go out and you can just lay down and get ready for the next game, or you can see what can happen in the third quarter, make a game of it. And, you know, for us as competitors and our team and our makeup this year, we're not a lay-down team. It's just not the makeup of our club. So we came out and showed the makeup of our club in the third quarter, give ourselves a chance going into the fourth and turn it into a, you know, a few possession game, into a couple possession game. Then one possession game was able to take the lead. I believe on was that Thomas 3 on the left wing finally took the lead. Yep. Yeah. So, you know, after that we just started trying to get some stops and keep building our lead up. You know, from 1 to 3 to 5 or whatever the case may be, all the way up into 7 at one point.
When teams fight back like that so often, like they expend so much energy that, like, when it gets tight, things kind of fall apart. This is 2 games in a row where you guys are pretty good in crunch time. What have you seen execution-wise lately from this team down the stretch, and is that encouraging, sort of big picture, knowing that you guys have been through and made so many mistakes that you're kind of learning?
Yeah, we've been through it a lot, and you know, we just want to try to continue to keep improving. You know, throughout, you know, late games and, you know, 1 possession games, 2 possession games, going down late, and tonight we did a good job of being able to execute. You know, defensively and offensively, you know, getting the best shots that we can. And even when we got, you know, one of the good looks that we didn't go in, you know, Thomas was cleaning glass and was able to get us extra possessions or second chance points, so that was huge for us.
LeBron, of the aspects of your game that have kept up over 2 decades, how much pride do you have in your ability to still be able to get to the rim, like Mike was saying? I mean, you're getting to the rim in third quarter. I think all 6 of your baskets in the restricted area. How much pride do you have in that?
I'm just an efficient guy. I've always taken pride in being efficient on the floor. You know, I'm also able to score at all 3 levels on the floor. So if it's a point in the game where one is not working, I can go to the next, or always keep the defense at bay. So I had the 3-ball working earlier in the game. Third quarter wasn't going. I was able to get into the paint. I was able to get to the free throw line. I started getting my my mid range going as well. So I'm just always trying to keep the defense off balance, with my play. And the rim was very key for us because we was just trying to put more pressure on, not only defensively but offensively as well. And the rim attacks definitely starts with me, especially in that starting lineup.
Last question, Mike.
LeBron, while keeping the main thing, as you say, we've been hearing some additionally positive reports about AD. Darvin just says he kind of clearing one hurdle, non-contact, and then contact, and waiting the next day. What has your mind been there, and kind of thinking what he would bring back to you while still, since when he's not actually out there yet, focusing on the games at hand?
I don't want to get too excited because I just know what he brings to our ball club. So, I am until I want him to just take as much time as he needs. And when he's ready, when he feels like he's ready to put on a uniform and I'll see him run out with us, then I'll get excited again. But right now, I'm locked in on getting this ball club and putting him in a position to be successful every night. And we all can't wait for AD to get back, obviously. But whenever that moment is, we'd be super excited. But I'm locked in right now on what I need to do personally and for this ball club. So you'll see the same from me, no matter what.